The cover was impossible to ignore. Silver hair, turquoise eyes, a red gown that seemed to burn off the glossy page. Kazuya had been staring for 10 minutes, his coffee untouched. He couldn't look away from the cover. A bell chimed. A silver-haired woman walked in, wearing faded jeans and a simple shirt. She tied the apron without hesitation. His hand jerked, espresso wobbled, almost spilling. The magazine sat on the counter. She saw it and froze, her face going white. She grabbed Kazuya's wrist, yanking him into the storage room. The door clicked shut. "Don't tell anyone. You can't tell anyone I am here."
I promise I won't say a word.
"No one can know. I am not supposed to exist right now." He nodded, the weight of her secret already pressing on his shoulders. The cafe had become a hiding place. The manager found them in the back room, tension thick. He cleared his throat, eyes on the new hire.
This is our new hire. Name's Miyuki. She'll be learning from you, Kazuya.
Kazuya led her to the espresso machine. Her hands trembled on the portafilter, grounds spilling everywhere. "I'll get it. Just need a few tries. Don't laugh." A customer at the corner table stared too long. Misaki froze, the coffee pot shaking in her grip.
She's terrified. It's not just shyness. She's running from something real.
After closing, she found him in the back room. Her voice was barely a whisper. "Thank you for not saying anything. I am done with that life. I just want to learn how to be normal."
Why here? What made you choose this place?
She didn't answer, but he nodded anyway, promising with his silence to be her shield for now. A few days later, Misaki had stopped spilling grounds, but her shoulders still rose at every sudden chime. A balding man with a keen stare, lingered at the counter, his eyes narrowing on her face. He remarked lightly that she looked exactly like the model on the cover of some magazine. Misaki's hands went still.
She hears that a lot. She's actually an actress, off-Broadway kind of stuff. Uncanny, right?
The man laughed, shrugged, and returned to his table. Misaki exhaled, but her fingers still trembled on the cup. After closing, she cornered Kazuya in the back room, her voice thin. "Thank you. But this can't keep working. The agency, they might send someone. I broke my contract."
Send someone? Are you in danger? What exactly did you do?
"I just left. They'll lose money if I am not working. They won't let that go." Kazuya felt the ground shift. This wasn't a fresh start. It was a hiding place, and the hunters were coming. The cafe was dead. Misaki stood at the machine, a pitcher in hand, determined to pour art. The foam splattered, a shapeless cloud. Kazuya sputtered, then laughed. She followed, bright and unguarded. Later, a child's wail shattered the calm. Misaki was there in seconds, kneeling beside the overturned cup. "Ups a daisy. That was a big mess, wasn't it? But look, we can make it all nice again." She mopped with a rag, her apron soaking, but her voice stayed light. The child stopped crying.
That's not fake. She's spent years being a mannequin. Now she's real and scared and trying.
When the last customer left, Kazuya caught her alone at the counter, drying cups.
Why this cafe? I need to know.
"I made a list of small places far from the city. I picked at random. That's the truth." She didn't meet his eyes, a threadbare explanation, but he chose to trust it. For now, that night, Kazuya trudged into Hiroshi's apartment. The room glowed with monitor light, photos of glamour filling the screen.
Got a new coworker today. She's a former model, I think, running from something.
A model? Which agency?
She didn't say, just that she broke her contract, and they might come after her.
Listen, those agencies, they're not just businesses. If she's on the run, it won't be pretty. Don't get tangled in this.
He's scared. Not for himself. It's something else.
The next afternoon, a sleek black car with tinted windows parked across the street. It didn't move for hours. Kazuya peered through the cafe window, the coffee cooling in his hand, his pulse quickening.
Could be nothing. Could be the agency. She won't last a day if they find her.
The car remained until closing, a silent, dark shape that promised nothing good. After closing, Kazuya found Misaki in the back room, staring at the floor. His voice broke the silence.
That black car outside, tinted windows. I think it's your agency. They've found you. We need to do something.
She rushed to the window, breath fogging the glass. The street was empty, but her hands shook. I have to leave. Tonight. Before they send someone in, Kazuya caught her arm as she turned to leave. His grip was desperate.
You can't run again. I won't let you face this alone.
You don't understand. They own lawyers, detectives, dirt on everyone. I am just a commodity.
Then make me understand. What did they do to you?
Since I was 12, they controlled everything. Meals, movement, who I saw. I was a puppet. I forged documents to escape. If they catch me, I'll never be free again. She crumbled into his arms, sobs shaking her. He held her tight, a silent promise to protect her. The next morning, Kazuya unlocked his phone and slid it toward her. A festival photo of him and Hiroshi on the screen.
My older brother, Hiroshi. He's a photographer, actually. He might be able to help us.
Misaki's face went white. She dropped the rag she was holding and stumbled back a step. Excuse me, restroom. I need a minute. She locked herself in for nearly half an hour. When she emerged, her eyes were puffy and red. For the rest of the day, she avoided his gaze, busying herself with every task that kept her back turned.
One photo, one name, and she's unraveling. What is she hiding about my brother?
After closing, he cornered her in the back room, blocking the door with his body. Your brother. He's a photographer, right? His name is Hiroshi. Kazuya nodded. Her composure cracked. She wept softly and whispered she had to go. She left, leaving him in the dark. Kazuya didn't go home. He stormed straight to Hiroshi's apartment, the unanswered questions burning in his throat.
Hiroshi, that coworker I told you about, she's Misaki. The model on the magazine cover. She saw your photo and broke down. What do you know?
Hiroshi didn't answer at first. He removed his glasses, rubbed his temples, and looked away.
I shot her covers. 3 of them. I knew her, Kazuya. She wasn't just a face, she was a prisoner.
A prisoner? Then you knew what she was running from, and you didn't tell me anything?
I couldn't. The agency controls everything. But once, off camera, I told her she should leave when she could. I never thought she'd actually do it, or find you.
Kazuya's mind reeled. The random cafe choice was a lie. She'd been searching for the one kindness in her past.
She came because of something I said, Kazuya, because I told her about a small cafe in Shimokitazawa where my brother worked. This is on me.
All this time, she was hiding from the world, but running toward the only thread of hope he gave her.
The silence between them was thick with unspoken consequences. Nothing about her arrival was chance. The next morning, Kazuya arrived to find Misaki already in the back room, her apron twisted in her hands, eyes ringed with exhaustion. Kazuya, I have to explain.
You chose this cafe because of my brother. I know. Hiroshi told me everything.
Misaki's eyes flooded. She nodded, a sob catching in her throat, and sank onto a crate and sank onto a crate. 6 years. He was the only one who saw me. One day, during a break, he said, "My little brother works at a cafe in Shimokitazawa. If you ever need a normal job, go there." I never forgot. When I ran, I looked up his family. I found this address. I applied under a fake name. I never meant to deceive you. I just needed somewhere safe.
I am not angry. It's amazing, really. You held on to a few words for years to survive. That takes guts. She spent years afraid, but she chose to trust us, even without knowing if we'd help. Let's bring Hiroshi here. He wants to help. We'll face this agency together.
Misaki reached for his hand. For the first time, her fear cracked open to reveal a fragile, stubborn hope. That afternoon, Kazuya called Hiroshi. Within the hour, the bell chimed and Hiroshi stepped inside, camera bag still on his shoulder. Hiroshi's eyes found Misaki behind the counter. He froze, and she stepped forward, her hands clasped tight. Hiroshi-san, thank you for everything. That single sentence you said kept me alive for years.
I should have done more. I knew what they were doing, but I stayed silent. I am sorry, but I can help now. I have contacts, a lawyer, and I'll testify about the abuse. Everything I saw will break them.
Together, then. The three of us. No more hiding. We take the fight to them.
Misaki looked between them, a tear slipping free. She nodded, not with fear, but with the first spark of true resolve. Outside, across the street, the bored man in the black car lifted a camera and clicked off a dozen frames. None of them noticed. Their pact was sealed, but so was their exposure. The agency would soon have proof. Inside, the three stayed close, drawing strength. The battle was far from over, but they were no longer alone. 3 days of calm ended. Sato tore open a formal envelope, and his face went crimson at the words cease and desist.
Miyuki, Kazuya. Back room, now. Tell me why this agency is threatening my cafe.
They stood before him in the cramped back room. Sato slammed the letter onto a crate, and Misaki flinched as if struck. I never meant to bring trouble here. Please, just let me leave. Don't blame Kazuya.
This agency held her captive for years, Sato-san. She escaped. We have a lawyer, a witness. We're not backing down.
A legal fight will drag my cafe into the tabloids. I can't afford that. She can't afford that. She can't stay if there's a scandal.
Silence fell. Sato stared at the letter, then at Misaki's trembling form. A long breath hissed through his teeth.
You resolve this legally. Quietly. No headlines. If you can do that, she can stay, fail, and she's gone.
We'll fight it in court. We won't let them win.
His fingers touched the cease and desist. The paper was stark and final, but the promise he made was sharper. That night, Hiroshi called an old law school friend. The next morning, they sat in a quiet booth, pro bono, no strings. A sharp-eyed man in a tie spread the cease and desist on the table. He looked at Misaki with a professional calm. He asked her to start from the beginning. No detail was too small. Misaki's hands trembled, but her voice steadied. Takeda isolated me. He measured my meals, tracked my calls. If I resisted, he threatened to bury my reputation. I had no wages, just an allowance. Hiroshi slid a folder across the table. Inside were printouts, emails directing extreme diets, photos of a gaunt 16-year-old after a marathon shoot.
I documented what I could. Behind the scenes, it was worse. She was a prisoner in a luxury cell.
The lawyer studied the evidence, then looked up. The abuse claim is strong, he said, but your contract is ironclad. We need a witness.
I'll testify. I saw everything. The control, the threats. I'll say it in court.
Hiroshi, no. Your career. They'll bury you. This isn't your fight. Hiroshi shook his head. Some things matter more than a career. Kazuya watched his brother with a shared unbreakable resolve. 2 days later, a tabloid headline lit up every phone in the cafe. Missing supermodel found working as barista. Within hours, the cafe was swarmed. Reporters pressed against the glass, cameras clicking like insects. Misaki stumbled away, hands over her mouth.
This is a circus. I'll have to close, temporarily. You have until the end of the week to make this stop.
Kazuya wedged chairs against the doors, his voice hoarse from telling people to leave. But photos of Misaki had already spread through social media. Long after the last camera flash died, they sat in the dark cafe. The silence was heavier than the noise had been. Maybe I should just go back. Surrender. I am so tired, Kazuya. I can't keep dragging everyone down.
Then we'll build a new start. After this, let's open a bakery. Just you and me. Flour and sugar. No one can take that.
Her breath caught. For the first time in months, the tears that fell were not of fear, but of a future she could almost taste. A bakery, with you. Promise me we'll make it real. He pulled her close. The cease and desist still sat on the counter, but in that moment they had already won something the agency could never touch. A week after the media storm, the court date was set. That evening, Misaki stepped out the back door and found Mr. Takeda waiting. He wore a smile that didn't reach his eyes. His voice was quiet, but it cut through the evening air.
Come back quietly, or we'll sue your parents, destroy your credit, and make sure you never work again. In any industry.
She bolted inside, locking the door behind her. Kazuya and Hiroshi found her trembling, words spilling out in fragments.
That snake. I'll go out there and make sure the whole court knows exactly what he just did.
Hiroshi rushed into the alley, but Takeda was gone, only the distant hum of a car vanishing into the night. Hours later, Misaki sat on the back room floor, shaking. Kazuya knelt beside her, arms wrapped tight. I can't go to court. He'll destroy me. I'll lose everything.
Then we lose together. But we don't run. Not anymore.
She found his eyes in the dim light. Her fingers tightened around his, a silent pact, sealed in fear, but unbreakable. Morning of the trial. Misaki dressed simply, Kazuya holding her hand as they walked up the courthouse steps. Inside, Takeda's lawyers argued the contract was standard, and she had vanished without cause. Then Misaki took the stand. Her voice was quiet but carried through the silent room. 12 years. No school, no friends, no choices. They decided my meals, my movements, my thoughts. Takeda's lawyers objected, but the judge leaned forward, silencing them with a raised hand. She rolled up her sleeve, revealing a pale scar on her wrist. I was 16 when this happened. Overwork on a shoot. They told me to keep going. Across the aisle, Takeda's jaw tightened. His fingers drummed once on the table. I just wanted a life. That's all I ever wanted. Kazuya watched from the gallery, tears streaming, as her words hung in the air. Hiroshi rose and walked to the stand, his footsteps steady. He unfolded a sheaf of papers before the room.
These are internal emails from Takeda. Extreme diets, threats to blacklist her, schedules with no rest. She was a prisoner.
Takeda shot to his feet, face crimson, but the judge's gavel cracked like thunder. Sit down, Mr. Takeda. The judge recessed for an hour. In the corridor, Takeda cornered Hiroshi, his voice a low hiss.
You've ruined yourself for a runaway. You'll never work in this industry again.
I'll survive. I've already got a better job.
Back in the courtroom, the judge returned. The gavel rose. This contract is null and void. Unconscionable. Misaki's knees gave way. Kazuya caught her, and together they sank to the bench, her sobs filling the silent room. Takeda stared, motionless. His empire of control crumbled behind his cold eyes. Outside the courthouse, cherry blossoms swirled. Misaki looked up at the sky, breathing in a freedom she had never dared to expect. Misaki turned to Hiroshi first, throwing her arms around him. No words were needed, only the tightness of her embrace spoke volumes. You were the only light in that darkness. Thank you, Hiroshi. She pulled back and turned to Kazuya, her smile trembling through tears. She opened her mouth to speak, but he spoke first. Kazuya's grin widened. He reached into his bag and pulled out a glossy pamphlet.
I got this the day you said you wanted to be normal. Just in case we won.
You idiot. You wonderful, absolute idiot. She laughed through tears, rising on her toes to kiss his cheek. I'll enroll. It's time to bake something sweeter than my past. She looked from the brochure to the sky, 12 years of weight finally lifting from her shoulders. Hand in hand, they descended the steps, cherry blossoms dancing. The dream, once whispered in a dark cafe, was now their path forward. 2 years later, Misaki graduated pastry school with honors. Every crumb of knowledge she earned. Kazuya had saved enough for a deposit. They found a dusty, forgotten shop in a quiet neighborhood and signed the lease. For months, they lived in paint-splattered clothes, rebuilding counters and testing ovens, until the scent of fresh bread became their air. Hiroshi dropped by often, hauling lumber and snapping progress photos, his camera now capturing joy instead of captivity. One evening, they slumped against a half-finished wall, exhausted and happy.
Remember when you couldn't even make a latte? Now look at this, our bakery.
You are never letting that go, are you?
Nope, it's our origin story.
She laughed, the sound echoing through the empty space. The bakery was no longer just a dream, it was real, built by their hands and stubborn hope. A few final touches, and they would open the doors to the world. Opening day. A simple wooden sign swung above the door. Misaki's. Neighbors and old regulars streamed in.
Never thought I'd see the day. You two built something good here.
Kazuya worked the counter with an easy smile, calling out orders and names like he'd done it forever. In the open kitchen, Misaki pulled tray after tray from the oven, flour dusting her hair, turquoise eyes shining. A customer leaned in, studying her face. "You look just like that model from the news a few years back. Try this croissant instead. It's way better than my old life ever was." The customer laughed, accepted the pastry, and moved on. No scandal, no fear, just warm bread and a new story. Kazuya caught her eye from across the counter, and they shared a quiet look, the one that said, "We did this." The bakery buzzed with laughter and the clinking of plates. It was alive, truly theirs. As the afternoon sun slanted through the windows, they knew the past was finally just a story, and the future smelled like fresh bread. That evening, after the last customer left and the sign flipped to closed, Misaki took Kazuya's hand and pulled him toward the back. She pushed open the bathroom door. There, on the wall, hung a simple wooden frame. Inside was the magazine cover, silver hair, red gown, turquoise eyes that had started everything. "I had it framed. This is where it belongs." He stared at it, then at her, and the absurdity of it. A glossy supermodel next to a toilet broke them both into laughter. "It's to remember how far we've come. But also," she points to the door, "nobody sees it but us."
Just us.
He pulled her close and pressed a kiss to her forehead. For a moment they stood, the real woman and her past self, side by side. The magazine was no longer a threat or a secret to hide. It was a private trophy, a joke only they understood. A few weeks later, Hiroshi arrived with his camera slung over his shoulder, a determined grin on his face.
Not as a model and photographer, just as two bakers, behind the counter, together.
They positioned themselves behind the counter, holding a cake they had iced together that morning. Hiroshi raised the camera. Click, the shutter snapped, capturing a candid laugh between them. The photo was warm, genuine. Flour dust on her nose, his eyes crinkled with laughter. "That's the one. Our real cover. Let's hang it right by the register." They framed it and hung it above the cash register. The new face of the bakery, flour dusted and honest.
Maybe I'll send a copy to Takeda, just to show him what a real success looks like.
A collective groan filled the bakery, followed by laughter that echoed off the fresh paint. The new photo hung proudly. The magazine cover remained in the bathroom. Both were perfect, each in their own way. Evening slipped through the windows. The last customer departed, the doorbell chiming a soft farewell, leaving only the scent of fresh bread behind. Kazuya flipped the sign to closed with a satisfied sigh, the day's warmth still glowing in his chest. Misaki wiped the tables, humming a tune from the radio, her movements unhurried. He picked up a broom, and they cleaned together, a wordless rhythm born of countless evenings like this. Long day?
A good one. The kind we used to dream about.
The bakery settled into stillness, clean and content, as if holding its breath before the next dawn. Misaki's gaze drifted toward the bathroom door, where a certain framed cover hung. A small, private smile curved her lips. She didn't go in. The past was safely tucked away. Tonight, the real treasure was right here. Hand in hand, they turned off the lights. Darkness folded around them, warm and complete. The screen faded to black.